do crazy things to you tonight. Crazy things. Hey guys, how you doing? I was just confessing my love to the mother of all sauces, the Béchamel. Remember in that video when we made Béchamel? Well, today we're gonna put it to the test and we're gonna use it in a creamy pasta dish. What should I name it? It also has cheese in it, quite cheesy, so I got it. A farfalle creamy cheesy pasta dish. We'll work on that. You wanna know how I did it? I'm Cosito. Let's go! So yeah, let's start off with the ingredients you need. You need garlic powder, cayenne pepper, and dill. We're going to use a teaspoon of each. Also salt and pepper, 1 shallot, 1 clove of garlic. We have 3 types of cheeses. One is Pecorino, other is Reggiano Parmigiano, and also young cheese. We're gonna use about 30 grams of each. Also the Béchamel. Make sure you kept yours fresh. Also the farfalle pasta. Main ingredients. For those of you asking, of course I chose farfalle because it's my favorite pasta.
I give it to you. You got me there.
Starting off, put water to boil and season it with salt. Later on, we'll use that to boil the pasta. We can now focus on cutting the veggies. If you still find it daunting to hold a knife, watch the video on the top right for some tips and tricks. For the shallots, give it a rough chop till you're happy with the results. Secondly, I used a scale to measure out about 30 grams of each of the cheeses. You can of course use as much cheese as you want to. So basically, what I'm saying is, using a scale is of course optional, but highly recommended. Time to embark on a cheese grating adventure. So grate up all the cheeses. And for the young cheese, just slice it into smaller pieces. Remember, not everything needs to be grated. Small pieces work basically the same. With a pan on the stove, drizzle in a bit of olive oil to fry the veggies. As the oil gets hot enough, we can add in the shallots. Cook them off for 30 seconds, then we're gonna start to add some seasoning. Start off by adding plenty amount of salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, dill, and garlic powder. Mix them in and let them cook off for another 1 minute or so. After the 1 minute of cook off, it's time to mince in the garlic. Give it another 30 seconds, then add in the mother of all sauces, the Béchamel. At this point, the Béchamel is thick because it's cold. As it heats up, it becomes quite creamy. Here, it depends quite heavily on how thick or creamy you want the sauce to be. If you like it thick, then you don't need to add much Béchamel. If you want it more creamier, just add more. Also crucial here to put the stove on the lowest heat possible because we want this to simmer as slow and steady as possible, unless you want to burn your sauce. As the sauce is simmering away, this gives us a perfect opportunity to put on our farfalle pasta. Getting back to the creamy Béchamel sauce, we can now add in all the cheese you prefer. By adding the cheese, the sauce becomes quite thick. At that point, you can add more Béchamel to smooth out the sauce or leave it as thick. At this point, it's also crucial to taste your sauce for adding a bit more seasoning or dill, like I just did. After adding a bit more of the Béchamel, my sauce came out looking like this. I added about 250 milliliters in total of the Béchamel. Now it's time to drain the pasta and mix this up. Carefully add the sauce in. Be sure not to add all of the sauce at once because we don't want to drown the farfalle pasta in the sauce. It has to be creamy. Just like this.
Nice.
Lastly, sprinkle a bit of dill on top and now it's time to taste. Come on! By putting the fork in alone, you can hear those creamy sounds that the farfalle makes. You can eat this with chicken or even salmon en papillote. Check out the video on top. All by all, this cheesy, creamy farfalle pasta dish is Yum! You see that? Delicious. I think that pasta, cheese, and cream is always a good idea. Check out the description for all the ingredients, and also like this video if you have enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe. This has been Cosito's Kitchen, and showing you the difference between a chef and a cook. Take care, guys. Peace.